Hi, good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? It's Monday, and tonight I'm with no other than Miss Lois Klavir of the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce Greater Los Angeles Chapter, aka FACCGLA. Hi,
Yes.
Lois.
Hi, Mick. How are you? I'm so excited to be here. And hello to SoCal Pinoys. Very honored to be in your show. Thank you for being with us this afternoon, right before dinner.
Yes, right before dinner, and in my case, it'll be dinner.
Lunner. Linner.
Yeah, dinner. Dinner's the way to go nowadays.
Yeah.
And so we're all excited because this year, the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce Greater Los Angeles chapter is celebrating its 20th year anniversary, right? With a bang. Oh my god. I read like your lineup and all of the events, and I'm like, wow, oh my gosh, they're like going all out on Thursday. That's this Thursday, March 17th. And SoCal Pinoys actually has booths in that conference.
hmm That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right, Mick. So unfortunately, it's a pandemic still. So we would have done this with a bang in person, but we will not let our 20th anniversary go away without any celebration. So we're bringing in big names, and it's Wednesday, March 17th, and it's a whole afternoon and evening event. So we'll talk about that later.
Yes. And yes, and I'm really excited to learn more about what's happening because when I read it, I literally like signed up for everything, like the whole day. Like I must have signed up for like 6 or 7 sessions. And there's actually more than that because there are like 2 sessions happening all at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So actually, let's talk about this event. It's actually there's two parts. So there's the conference. Okay, perfect. You can see my screen. There's the conference, and there is the celebration. So the conference is from 1 to 6 p.m., and that's what you were talking about, Mick. That you just signed up for everything. So the conference is actually through AirMeet. It's not Zoom. So if you look at our program, this is how it looks like for our track one, which is we're going to have Janelle So of So Janelle TV. I think Charles was interviewed by Janelle So in her program. So she will be there together with Dr. Ernalyn Navarro to talk about self-care for entrepreneurs. And then your very own Jay Aquino from SoCal Pinoys as well. We love SoCal Pinoys. So he will be talking about your online store and how to promote it with Chris Snyder from Shopify. So if you're interested in e-commerce, and marketing, digging into that, 3 p.m. And we're very excited for our 4 p.m. slot, which is Millionaire Mindset by Sheila. So this is how do you scale up your business and be like a seven-figure business. And finally, last but not least, for our track one is Grow with Google, Boost Your Entrepreneurship skills. This is Women Will. It's a Grow with Google program. So this is geared towards women entrepreneurs. So I'm sure there's a lot of those in SoCal Pinoys. Isn't that right, Mick?
Yes, and it's really helpful for a lot of folks in SoCal Pinoys because during the pandemic, a lot of people were laid off or their hours were cut, and so a lot of people were able to come up with their own businesses and start their own businesses from their own homes. So a lot of them are now thinking about um, scaling their small businesses, and a lot of these sessions and these classes are really beneficial to our members because you learn tips about scaling your business, how to use tools like Google, and how to use Shopify. If a lot of our members have e-commerce or have online retail stores, and so they can use Shopify as well.
Excellent. Yeah, absolutely. And really, a lot of people may not have heard about the chamber. And really, what the Chamber of Commerce does is be your resource, your business resource hub. If whether you're starting your business or you're already in your 5 years into the business or 10 years, so networking is very important and continuous learning. So it sounds like this is a good fit for SoCal Pinoy. So I'm very excited. So that is just for track one. So there's track
Mm-hmm.
two, meaning this is happening at the same time from 1 to 6 p.m. So let me share with you track two. All right, so track two at 2 o'clock p.m. We're going to talk about organizing your books and tax tips with Roy Escosar and Lily Chilton. So, as a business owner, there's a lot of things that you have to be very good at, but it will be challenging. So you want to hire experts, and that is, relying on your bookkeeper and your CPA to take care of your books. And this is a very good topic for you all, especially if you're, trying to form a business, the right way of doing it. And then 3 o'clock, I am very, very excited for this because, like what you mentioned, Mick, that there's a lot of vendors who got into the food business. I can see a lot of posts in SoCal Pinoys, and it gets me hungry all the time. It's no, no. Now you have the opportunity to learn. Well, let's say from someone who actually came from the economic downturn, made an opportunity from what's difficult times in 2008. So Ross Resnick from Roaming Hunger uh, took advantage of the food truck booming and then connected them, and now there's 18,000 food trucks in his company that he's promoting, doing marketing as a resource. So definitely check that out if you're interested in getting into the food truck business, whether from your home operations to food trucks, or you have a brick and mortar and you want to
Mm-hmm.
transfer to a food truck. And then Adrian Berlongen, Wanderlust. So who loves Wanderlust?
Me, oh my gosh, that's like my favorite ice cream place, like my ultimate personal favorite.
Yeah, and me too. Like for me, I would skip lunch and I would go to Wanderlust in Tarzana, and that's my lunch. So I'm sure a lot of people like them. So they have a very interesting story. So they're one of the lucky ones who the pandemic favored them. So ice
Mm-hmm.
cream turned out to be a comfort food together with wine, beer, and other booze, and toilet paper, I guess, in in the beginning of the pandemic. So we get to hear,
Yes, yes.
what
And
made
talk
them
about
successful.
being nimble and thinking fast in terms of how to turn it around. But yeah, I'm sure we'll hear that story straight from her.
Exactly. And also the big e-commerce is also part of that. So you get to hear from Adrian. And last but not least, would love to hear, Charina Vergara from Titas of Manila. She is one of the very brave souls who succeeded, and then, through this pandemic, opened her restaurant and kept it open. So we're very excited to hear from her how she was able to make this happen, because not a lot of brick and mortar restaurants was able to survive, and she's doing something right. So something to learn from her.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 o'clock, if you are interested to learn about getting contracted by the city, so our Honorable Rachel Arizmendi of PACE Finance Corporation, she will talk about the ins and outs of this, and because she's the COO of PACE. If you don't know what PACE is the Pacific Asian Consortium for Employment. So they provide a lot of free resources, again, free for small business owners, learning a lot of things. They do a lot of workshops. And if you guys don't know the LA county, the LA city provides these. You can actually bid if you have a business to become one of their suppliers. And we have a success story in the chamber. Actually, they were able to get a contract on that. And last but not least is franchising. So us Filipinos, we love something that is, reliable, especially during these times, and tried and tested. There's, the home health business, there's the restaurant business, delivery. And then this is what our panel is going to talk about. So we have Randy Neal from One Heart Caregiver Services, which is owned by Belina Calderon Nernberg. So that is based here in LA. And you get to know, if you want to set up your home health business. Filipinos are very known about that. It's good business. So if you want to check that out. And then Femi Kupit. So her business is about in the Philippines, Tok delivery. So if you want to get
Mm-hmm.
into franchising in the Philippines, so Femi will talk about that. And last but not least is Devin Connor. So let's say you have a successful business model and you want to expand without, shelling out additional capital or resources. Well, you can sell your idea in a sense of, franchising it out. So if that is, your path for your business, Devin would definitely give you those resources. So isn't that exciting, Mick, for our track?
Yes, it is. It's very exciting, and I can't wait to attend. I signed up for almost all. I think I must have signed up because I checked everything when I went to the website, and I'm sure there's a lot of resources and a lot of learnings that a lot our members will get from this conference. It's definitely helpful to attend, and most of all, it's free, right?
Yes, absolutely. And you mentioned you signed up for all. The good part is, so I'm going to talk about a little bit about AirMeet. So this is not Zoom. So just imagine, being in a conference, like a real conference where you walk in and there's a reception, and then you have these lounge tables, which where you can sit on tables and engage with other attendees, or you can go to the arena, which is the exhibitor booth. So actually, that's where SoCal Pinoy is. So if you guys wanted to have like a one-on-one with your SoCal Pinoy members, just come and visit the booth. So these are all happening from 1 to 6. And let's say, you can jump from one session in track 1 to another session in track 2, or in between visit, the exhibitor booths, or just go networking in the lounge. And there's actually speed networking where you are randomly matched with other attendees for 5 minutes. So you can, hang around in between sessions, and, you'll never know who you're going to meet.
That is so fun. Oh my gosh. And talk about networking. You never know if the person you meet, can be a good resource for you or can be a partner later on and can help your business actually, like or they can introduce you to someone else who can help your business.
Yep, absolutely. It's always good to know people. Like, we know Mick, we know Jay and Charles, they're expanding our network. So, that type of opportunity is very, very good. And it doesn't end there, Mick. Do you want to hear some more?
There's more?
Yes, there's more. We have our soiree. So this is from 1 to 6 on AirMeet. So you have to sign up, and then I'm going to drop that link below for you to sign up on the sessions on AirMeet. And you only have to sign up once for the conference. But then if you want to attend the evening celebrations where we can party, then you have to sign up for that, because that one is on Zoom. So the soiree, I'm very excited about that, because we have our special guest. Do you know who he is?
Oh wow. Yeah, yeah. He's one of
Raymond
my favorites.
Pacheco.
Yeah.
Yeah, from baguettes. So he's not very baguettes anymore, but he became very popular, with that era in that movie. I'm from that era too, so very, I know him very well. So you get to hear about, his journey from being in arts now getting into business. So there are things happening, his journey as an entrepreneur for this. So we're very excited to have him. And then during this celebration, it will be a virtual party. We're going to have a lot of fun, games, and prizes. So it is free. So everything here is free. But if you wanted to join the raffle, we have a lot of raffle prizes in line for you. It's almost like you're sure that you're gonna win because there's a lot of raffles. So make sure you buy raffle tickets.
Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. I guess I'm gonna have to skip some sound checking on Thursday. I'm just kidding.
There you go. I think that's it. So if you want to check us out, I'm going to drop our link after this. So please register for the conference and then register for the soiree. So anything else? What do you think the SoCal Pinoys would be interested in, Mick? What would be
Yes,
your
and
top choices?
I know Charles and I are working on the booth. So Cafe Noise is indeed having going to have a booth at the conference. And so Charles and I and a couple of other people are working on that. And yeah, we will soon announce who's going to be in those booths and what kind of services we're offering for the members. I know one of the things that we want to talk about was how to engage more members at SoCal Pinoys, and we're also going to talk about our Bayanihan project, which is our charity project. And yeah, there's a lot of things that each of us admins are doing. So there are the caravans as well, and how people can participate. And pretty soon we're gonna have our outings, our road trips, and our hiking. Like we will resume those activities. Um, and of course, McDiaz Presents will have its own table.
There you go. So this is how
Yes.
it would look like, Mick. So let's say this is your booth for SoCal Pinoys. So each booth has a table of up to 6, and then you can have 8 people in a table. So you can have different topics, in each table. So you can set it up that way too. So people can jump from one table, and you can see who's sitting there. See, you have photos, and then you can join and jump and hop and all in the comfort of your own home.
That is so awesome. And it's just as exciting because we do meet a lot of people, and I've been on several of the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce meetings, whether it's the Greater Los Angeles or some other chapter, and I've met quite a few people through their networking sessions. Yeah, so that's very exciting. We'll get to meet a lot of people in SoCal.
Excellent. Yep. And that's the goal. And then eventually we'll be meeting in person soon. But for now, we are excited to have you all from 1 to 6 on our conference sessions, booth, and networking through AirMeet. So you have to set up your access because this is not Zoom. And then you sign up again for part 2, which is the evening soiree. On Zoom for our celebration. So I think that's it for me. Thank you, Mick, for having me. And if you guys have any questions, I'm on Facebook. You can email, chat with me, PM me, so we can get you some information. But sign up now. Don't wait for the last minute because you have to do some setup here.
Yes, and sign up now. And SoCal Pinoys is going to have a booth at the 20th anniversary celebration conference of the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce Greater Los Angeles, also known as FACCGLA. And tomorrow, same time, same place, at 5 o'clock, we're going to have another interview session, this time around with Connie Mapue, right? And she's actually in charge of the membership for FACCGLA. So we're going to talk about membership and what the benefits are and how you can become a member of the Filipino American Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, that's right. And then I forgot to mention I'm the VP for events and the upcoming president for next year. So currently president elect. So I'd like to get to know you all. And then if you have any suggestions for the chamber, we are here for you guys. We're all about collaboration. That's why we're doing this together with SoCal Pinoys, because I think that's how we are going to succeed is if we all help each other, bayanihan, and lift each other up.
Yes, that is right. And so once again, thank you so much, Lois, Miss Lois Klavir. Thank you so much on behalf of all of the SoCal Pinoys admins and members as well. Thank you, and we'll see you all tomorrow at 5 o'clock with Connie Mapue, who's the Vice President of Membership, right?
Yes, sounds good. And then
Yes.
there's the link below, bit.ly/Thrive20 conference if you'd like to register for the conference. So
Yes.
thank
And
you.
on Thursday, March 17, that's when we'll Thrive 20. Thrive
Yes,
at 20.
yes, Wednesday, by the way.
Oh, Wednesday. It's Wednesday, March 17.
Yes,
Yes, Wednesday, March 17. Thrive at 20.
excellent. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Oh,
Thank you so much, Lois.
thank you, Meg.
And
Thanks.
have a great evening, everybody. We'll
Bye,
see you
everyone.
soon. See you tomorrow at 5. Bye.
Bye.